Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that I got in my most recent Adornable Elements Beads of the Month Club subscription. And if you hear that noise, that's not thunder, it's the cats chasing each other through the house. They've decided it's playtime. This month I got the Fire Polished Beads of the Month Club. I have a coupon code for the Beads of the Month Clubs. It's Teresa10, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. The coupon will save you 10% off the first month of whatever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. So in here I've got the 4mm opaque turquoise fire polish beads that came in the subscription. And here I've got the 3mm fire polish beads. The color is Viridian. I've got some of from my stash, Duracoat galvanized silver 11 seed beads, Miyuki. I've got this really pretty toggle clasp that came in one of my Findings companion packs from Adornable Elements that I'm going to use. I've got a couple of wire guardians and a couple of jump rings. I've got a size 11 beading needle, and I'm using my 6-pound Fireline in smoke. Of course, you could use a size 12 beading needle if you want to. I don't know if it probably wouldn't be a good idea to use a 10, because when I put the clasp on, I'm going to be going through the beads quite a lot. Of course, I'll be using my scissors and my thread burner to cut and burn down my Fireline, and my pliers to put my clasp on at the end. I think that's everything. I'll try to find links to everything I'm using that didn't come in the subscription and put them in the description box below. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some of my beads out here now. All I need to start out with are my 4mm beads, fire polish beads, and my 11-0s. And this is right angle weave. I've got my needle threaded. I'm leaving about a 6-inch tail, just enough to put a needle on and sew in. I'm going to be coming back up and down the bracelet, so I'm not going to need a big long thread to put my clasp on with. And I've already picked up 4 of my 4mm fire polish beads and 4 11-0s. So I'm going to go back through all these again. I'm going to go past my stop bead. And I'm going to go to this 11-0 here. Opposite my stop bead, and I'm going to make one of these little diamond shaped units that I make a lot. So I'm going to pick up 4 11-0s, and I'm coming out of the top of that 11-0. I'm going to go on the bottom of it. And now I'm going to go up the first 11-0. I'm going to pick up an 11-0 and go in the next 11-0. I'm going to pick up another 11-0 and go in the next 11-0. Pick up another 11-0, go in the next 11-0 and the one I started in. Okay, now I'm going to sew up into this 11-0. Make sure not to get hooked around that little diamond I just made. Now I'm going to make another diamond off of this 11-0. I'll pick up 4 more 11-0s. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'll flip it over here so that I can get to it better. I'm going to go up the first 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0 and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew all around this again until I'm coming out of this 11-0 down here at the tip of this diamond that I made. Okay, so now I'm coming out of this 11-0 here, and I'm going to take just a minute and put a needle on this thread and sew it in to get it out of my way. So I'll be back. Okay, I got my tail sewed in and out of the way, so now I'm going to make another unit like this one with the fire polish beads. So this time I've already got one 11-0, so I only need 4 fire polish beads and 3 11-0s. So I'm going to pick up a fire polish bead, an 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, and a fire polish bead. So I'm coming out of the bottom of that 11-0. I'm going to go on the top of it. Now I'm going to sew around all that again. Go back into the bead I started in. Now I'm going to sew down here. You can do this ever how you want to. You can make your diamond here or here first, whichever you want to do. Doesn't matter. I think I'll go on around and make the one on the side first. I'm going to pick up 4 of my 11-0s. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the I guess I need to flip it up so it looks like the top. I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Flip this around so I can get to it better. I'll go into the first 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0 and the one I started in. And I'm going to go on up into that fire polish bead too, because I've got to do that to sew around to get to get down here to make my next little diamond. So I'm going to sew around until I get down to that bead to make my next diamond. Pick up 4 more 11-0s. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Flip it over here so I can get to it better. I'm going to go into the first 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next 11-0 and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew down here to this one at the tip so I can make my next unit with my fire polish beads. So now I need a fire polish bead, an 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, and a fire polish bead. So coming out the bottom of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the top of it. I'm going to sew around all that again. Trying to get a knot in my thread. Now I'm going to go into this fire polish bead and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew around. I think I'll go all the way over here and do this one first. I'm going to come out of that 11-0. I'm going to make my diamond again, so I'm going to pick up 4 more 11-0s. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Flip it over so I can get to it better. I go up the first 11-0. Pick up an 11-0, go into the next 11-0. Pick up another 11-0, go into the next 11-0. Pick up an 11-0, go into the next 11-0 and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew around here till I'm coming out of this 11-0 to make my next diamond. I'm going to make my next diamond, so I'll pick up 4 11-0s. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'm going to go into the first 11-0. Be careful not to get caught around the little diamonds you've already made. I'm going to pick up an 11-0, go into the next 11-0, pick up another 11-0, go into the next 11-0, pick up another 11-0, go into the next 11-0 and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew down here so I can make my next unit with my fire polish beads. I'm just going to sew around this unit. Till I'm coming out this bead at the tip here. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to make another one. Next I'm going to make a unit with my fire polish beads and do a diamond on this end of it, and on the inside, this is going to be the inside of my necklace or bracelet. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the length that I want, and then when I get that done I'll be back and we'll start doing the second side. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got the length that I want now, so now I'm going to make another strip on this side, just like this side, and connect it to my little diamonds that I have hanging out here. And my last unit I stopped with a fire polish bead unit, and I just put a diamond on the inside here, not down here, because I'm done. I'm not going to make any more. So now I'm going to make another fire polish bead unit. Pick up fire polish bead, 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, fire polish bead, 11-0, and a fire polish bead. Coming out of the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'm going to sew around all that again. Sew around until I'm coming out of this 11-0 here, so I can make my next little diamond. That's what I've got now. Now I'm going to make a diamond to match my diamond on this side. I'll pick up 4 11-ohs. Coming out of the, I guess, the right side of that 11-oh. I'm going to go on the left side of it. Go up the first 11-oh. Pick up an 11-oh. Go into the next 11-oh. Pick up an 11-oh. Go into the next 11-oh. Pick up an 11-oh. Go into the next 11-oh and the one I started in. And now I'm going to sew up here to the tip of this 11-oh. Or to this 11-oh at the tip, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to make another unit with my fire polish beads, and I'm going to connect it to the diamond I've already got made here. So in order to do that, I'm going to pick up one fire polish bead and go from the tip of this 11-oh to the tip of this 11-oh, or to the 11-oh on the tip, like that. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more fire polish beads with 11-ohs between them. Fire polish bead, 11-oh, fire polish bead, 11-oh, fire polish bead. And I'm going to go into this 11-oh that I started in. Now I'm going to go around all that again. And I'm going to sew up here to this 11-oh so I can make my next diamond. I'll pick up 4 11-ohs. Coming out of the top of that 11-oh, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. Go into the first 11-oh, pick up an 11-oh, go into the next 11-oh, pick up an 11-oh, go into the next 11-oh, pick up an 11-oh, go into the next 11-oh and the one I started in. Okay. Now I'm going to sew around here till I get to the tip of this diamond so I can make my next fire polish bead unit. Okay, so I'm going to lay this out here. I'm going to make my next fire polish bead unit, and I'm going to connect it to this diamond. So in order to do that, I need to pick up a fire polish bead, go from the tip of this unit to the tip of this unit. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more fire polish beads with 11 O's between them. Fire polish bead, 11 O, fire polish bead, 11 O, fire polish bead. And I'm going to go into this 11 O that I started in down here. And then I'm going to go around all that again. And then I'm going to sew back up here to this 11 here so I can make my next diamond. And I think before I do that, I'm going to stop and add some thread because I'm almost out of thread. And I think I'll do another one or two because I don't know if I was in the frame very good or not. So hold on, I'll add some thread and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some new thread added now, so I'm going to do one more of these and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. So I'm coming out of this 11 here. I need to make another one of my diamonds. So I'm going to pick up 4 11 O's. Coming out of the bottom of that 11 I'm going to go on the top of it. I'm going to go up the first 11 pick up an 11 go into the next 11 pick up an 11 go into the next 11 pick up an 11 go into the, I think I'm too close, I'm blurring. Go into the next 11 and the one I started in. Now I'm going to sew up here to the tip of this unit. Okay, now I need to make my next fire polish bead unit, and I need to connect it to this diamond here. So I'm going to pick up a fire polish bead, go from the tip of this unit into the tip of this unit. Like that. Now I need 3 more fire polish beads with 11 O's between them. So I'll pick up fire polish bead, 11 fire polish bead, 11 and a fire polish bead. And I'm going to go into this 11 I started in down here. That. Now I'm going to go around all that again. I'm going to sew until I'm coming out of this 11-0 at the top so I can make my next diamond. So now I'm going to make my next diamond. Then I'm going to make another fire polish bead unit and connect it to this diamond. And I'm going to keep doing that until I get this side done. And then when I get that done, I'll be back and we'll put on one side of the wire guardian. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got both sides of my bracelet done now. So now I'm going to put on one of my wire guardians. But I'm coming out of this bead. I'm coming out of it this way, and I need to be coming out of it that way. So I could sew all the way around all three of these units here and get it and do it that way, but I don't want to do that because I'm already going to be putting a lot of thread through these beads. So I'm just going to go down in here and tie a 1/2 inch knot right here so that I can turn my thread around. So I'm going to make a loop. Make sure not to get my thread knotted. Go through the loop. Pull my thread down and make sure the knot lands in between the beads. Now I'm going to go back up these 2 beads and back into this bead, because this is the way I need to be coming out to put on my wire guardian. So now I'm going to pick up 4 11-ohs, and I'm going to go from this 11-oh to this 11-oh at the tip of this diamond that I've made here. Now I'm pick up 4 more 11-ohs and go up into this bead. Now I'm going to go down into this bead and this 11-oh, and I'm going to tie a 1/2 inch knot here so I can turn my thread around so that I don't have to sew around all of this. I'm going to tie a 1/2 inch knot right here. And I'm going to go back up this bead, back into these 2 beads here, and one more. Actually, I think I need to tighten this up, so I'm going to have to sew around all this anyway. I'm not going to go through those other 2 and the one at the tip there. And then up these 4. And then I'm going to go down into these 2 beads. Get that tightened up there. Now I think I'll tie a 1/2 inch knot here this time. Now I'm going to go up this bead. I'll go up those 2 beads and one more. So I'm coming out the second of the 4 beads that I added to the top there. So now I'm going to pick up 3 11-ohs, one of my 3mm beads, one 11-oh, and my wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down the other channel of my wire guardian, back into the, okay, I've got to stop a minute because Sandy has decided it's time to be petted and she's crawled up here on my chest. So hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I think I've got her settled down now. She's just so different than Lily. Lily does not like to be held and petted. I mean, you can pet her, but she doesn't like to be picked up and held. And Sandy is just so affectionate. She wants to be picked up and held all the time. And when she decides it's time to be held, there's just not much talking her out of it. So I'm coming out the first two of these 4 that I put on here. So I'm going to pick up 3 11-0s and one of my 3mm fire polish beads and one more 11-0 and my wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down the other channel of my wire guardian, back into the 11-0, the fire polish bead, and the 11-0 under the fire polish bead. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more 11-0s, and I'm going to go over here and go into the first 2 of the 4 that I put on this side. So these 2 here, and then that 3rd one is the one that was between my unit to begin with. Get my wire guardian on like that. And I've got little strands of cat hair everywhere. She sheds just terribly. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0 and the fire polish bead and the 11-0. So I'm going to sew all the way around here so I can go back around all this again. So I'm going to go into this fire polish bead and this 11-0. I'm going to go up into this fire polish bead and this 11-0. Go into this 11-0 and the 11-0 at the tip of my little diamond there. Now I'm going to go down into these 2 11-0s. Down into that fire polish bead. I don't know if I can get into that 11 or not, but I guess not. I'm just going to go into the fire polish bead for now. Then I'm going to go across into this 11-0. Go up into this fire polish bead and this 11-0. Into this fire polish bead and the 11-0 that was already on my unit there. Go into these 2 11-0s of the 4 that first 2 of the 4 that I put around here, and on up into these 2 11-0s. If I can get my needle angled the right way, there we go. So into the first 4 11-0s. Go up into this 11-0, the fire polish bead, and the 11-0 above the fire polish bead. And then back into my wire guardian if I can get in there. Yeah. I'm going to go back down the other channel of my wire guardian, back into the 11-0. Fire polish bead, the 11-0 under the fire polish bead. Hold on to my wire guardian. Now I'm going to go down these other 4 11-ohs on this side, plus the one that was already on my unit. Like that. Now I'm going to sew back around all this again to reinforce it one more time. And then when I come back, I'm going to put some beads down the center here. So I'll be back. Okay, I finished putting my wire guardian on. I went around it one more time. And I'm coming out here where I came down through here and sewed down into here. Now I'm going to sew till I'm coming out the tip of this diamond here. I'm going to sew up into this fire polish bead, the 11-oh. I might should have used a size 12 beading needle because it's getting kind of tight in here where I've sewed around it so many times. There we go. I got through 2 of those 11-ohs. I'm going to go through this 11-oh here at the top of my diamond. I'm going to go down into this 11-oh. And this 11-oh. And then down into these 2 11-ohs so that I'm coming out of the tip there. And now I'm going to pick up one of my 3mm fire polish beads and go into the tip of this diamond. And I'm picking up another 3mm and go into the tip of this diamond. If you all hear that, that's Sandy playing now. She's decided since I wouldn't pet her, she's just going to play with her toys, or at least, I don't know if it's her toys or something she shouldn't be playing with. It could be either one. Now I'm going to go from the tip of this diamond up into the tip of this diamond with my 3mm. Now I'm going to pick up another 3mm and go into the tip of the first diamond that I started in. Like that. Now I'm going to sew around all 4 of those again to tighten them up. I'm going through all the fire polish beads and the 11-ohs that they're connected to. Now I'm going to sew down here to the tip of this diamond so that I can put my 3mm in this space. Sew down. Managed to get through 2 of the 11-ohs in that diamond. Now I'm going to go into this one. And into these 2. And pick up a 3mm fire polish bead. Go from the tip of this diamond into the tip of this diamond. Pick up another 3mm. Go from the tip of this diamond into the tip of this diamond. Pick up another 3mm. From the tip of this diamond into the tip of this diamond. my fourth 3mm and go into the tip of the first diamond that I started in. Now I'm going to sew around all that again, tighten it up. Now I'm going to sew down into the tip of this diamond. Now I'm going to put my 4 3mm beads in this section just like I did these two. I'm going to do that all the way down through here. And then when I get to this other end, I'm going to put my wire guardian on just like I did this side. And then I'll go ahead and put my clasp on. So when I get back, I'll be done and we can see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my bracelet all done, despite Sandy jumping on me. I just love this toggle clasp. I think it's so pretty. That's what it looks like all put together. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to any of the Beads of the Month clubs and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you 10% off the first month of whichever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. And if you sign up for the rotating Beads of the Month club, which is the one where they rotate you through each club 1 month at a time, and that's the one that I'm subscribed to, if you sign up for that one and you use my code, they'll put you on the same rotation that I'm on, which means you'll get the same collection of beads that I do every month. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.